My name is Andy Jacobs. I'm the owner and partner and sole proprietor of Gravitas Marketing Strategies. For the last 5 years, I've run Gravitas Marketing Strategies, which really is a strategic consultancy that delivers the strategic secrets that make big companies get bigger. And then, because I was a creative director, take those strategies and codify them into communications that has a fighting chance to make it in a very difficult and crowded marketplace. And everything else, such as working with Devin, I hire out to execute. And that's the model. Being in the business, you're always looking for ways to engage with clients and prospects in new and exciting ways. I've always been a great believer in dimensional mail, which is a three-dimensional mailer that you send out to key people that you're trying to market to, and understanding that the cost per is going to be higher than if you were sending out an email or a flat direct mailer, etc. I've always been pretty successful with that. Adding video to the mix was a really interesting thing that I thought about doing a number of years ago, but really didn't, mostly because I thought that it was expensive and I didn't know how it would turn out, the quality, etc. So when I first became aware of Devin and his company, I saw some of their samples and I knew that they would be able to handle what I wanted to do. And so we tried it. We've actually had 2 projects so far. One is with a veterinary roll-up called Pet Vet that is trying to refer specialty veterinarians who, like oncologists and cardiologists, there even is veterinary psychologists and dentists, believe it or not, to get general practitioner veterinarians to refer to the specialty practices. So that's one project that we had done. And then the other project was the introduction by a major lighting fixture manufacturer who does a tremendous amount of work in the transit area with the MTA. For example, they just landed a big part of Penn Station. They also do a bunch of work for large companies doing architectural lighting and illuminated ceilings. So they did World Trade Center and Citicorp and Wells Fargo and Peloton. So they're a pretty big company. They introduced a new fixture that actually draws air into, it lights, but it also draws air into the fixture. And it's got a cloistered UVC LED system that kills 99.997% of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which is the virus that causes COVID. So we're marketing that as well through video projects. So I heard about them through Devin's dad, who lives in a 55 plus community, and I represent the developer. So I help them sell their 55 plus homes in a number of developments. And I was introduced to his dad, John, as a potential video testimonial subject. So he told me about his son, and I said I was looking for a video box company. I had gotten a few quotes, and so I decided to go with Devin and Jen. And I'm glad I did, because there were 2 issues with the projects that we had done that these guys helped me solve like no problem whatsoever. So the 2 issues, on one of them, the volume was too low for the client on the veterinarian one. And even though Devin and Jen had applied industry standards, they wanted more of a volume without a distortion. They actually walked me through how to change out the video. I actually knew how to separate the audio and then raise the volume and then create a new file. And they basically walked me through how to replug that into the boxes. So that was one side. That was a great solution. And then the other side, so I had worked with a graphic designer who I worked with for many years. When I got the mechanical back from the design of the digital file, the front cover and the inside flap had inadvertently been flipped. And when Jen sent me the proof, I assumed, I didn't look, and so it was printed that way. So I opened up the boxes and I said, oh my God, the inside flap was on the front cover. So Jen was able to do 2 things. One, she reprinted the outside cover for me at a very low price. I was really happy with that. They set up a video explaining how to take off the old cover and put on the new cover. And basically, it took around 2 minutes per to do, and I had 50 copies. So all told, it was maybe 2 hours of work over time. And my wife and I did it on the dining room table, and the client loved it, so it was no problem. So they really saved me on that one. I thought I was was going to have to redo the entire project. It was very regimented in terms of the process. When you're dealing with executions such as that actually combine technology, video, and a paper product, for someone like me, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy because it says that they've done this a million times before. They have a process of doing it. And as it turns out, I was the one that screwed up and they were the one that saved my can. They're great people. I like them. The product is good. There's nothing else on that end. I think that video box marketing is an incredible way to go to market. I mean, I've done a lot of different things over 40 years, but that kind of delivers a message and experience that is unique, and they do a great job at it. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, look, there are other video box companies out there, and really the pricing is about the same. I think that these guys are very reasonable. Having experienced printing over the years, and then having experienced these guys and just how they work, even the way they set up this podcast, I got warnings, every day. It shows a certain crispness of process that makes someone like me who's juggling 15 or 20 accounts feel all warm and fuzzy that, these guys have my back. Hey guys, we got the CEO of PetVet who received the box and is looking at it, and this could turn into a major deal for us. So I'm hoping that it does, and I just want to thank you guys for helping me out with the two issues. It makes me feel that no matter what kind of problem arises with these situations with DMC, that it'll just be handled. So thanks.